Hi, I'm Mike doing business as JR. Today I'm going to show you a visual of writing articles and blog posts for online marketing. Now, online marketing, if you don't know, is a great way to advertise your products and services, whatever it may be. You know, if you got artwork you're trying to get out there, you wrote a book, a work at home program. Online marketing is the thing you want to do in order to gain traffic to your website or your products. Now, personally, I like to blog instead. I like to do blogging every single day, but I have done some articles. So I just want to show you because the process is very similar for both. And I'm just going to run through each one. So I'm going to go through my blog post first. Okay, here's my blog post. Now, the first thing you want to do, and if you've seen my other video where I tell you about how to actually go through this process, you want to choose the right keyword and key phrase. So this is the key phrase I've chosen. Way to make money online. Now you're going to see that this is in my H1 tag right here. H1 tag. This is also your title or your headline 1 or your heading 1. Then it's placed in here. This is called your H2 tag, your second headline. And you can see, here's my key phrase. Then you're going to want it in your third tag right here, H3 tag. So there's your third title right there. And there's my key phrase. Now, you're going to see that I place it in the first line of my first paragraph, right there. Then I will place it in my second paragraph. So I have it here. I will then place it in my third paragraph. And you can see here it is here, right here. Then I believe it is, well, here it is again. Now what I do is I will randomly start placing this. This particular article has over 1,000 words, so I want to have this in there at least 8 to 10 times. So I will place this key phrase in various locations throughout the article, all the way until I get to the end. Now, this here, this is also important. It's always good to add an image. So you see this image here. Try to add an image to all of your blog posts and then put your key phrase in the image. So when you go to the image, you edit the image details. You're going to want to make sure that this is your title and your alternative title. So you want to make sure that that's in there. The next thing to do is this. This is a very important section right here. So you can see this here is my signature and my call to action. If I don't put this in, then my article's useless. You know, I'm not going to get the traffic. This is very important in order to get the traffic. So I like, I do how-to stuff and I want to get this, get this out there. So I want people to like and post it. Then you have, if you're doing a blog post, you have your image here. You always want to add your image, your name. Then you want to do a little, this is where your call to action comes into place. So you want to, work with me personally, join my team, join my site, whatever it may be. Then have them click there. Then here, this is your actual call to action. This here is a little statement. I like to do a PS, but whatever you want to do, this little statement is where you want to pull people into your site. So, for example, I'm doing a online marketing system. So I say, $100 to $1,200 a day online. Click here to learn how, and that'll bring them to my website. Now, you may say, if you're interested in learning more about art, go to this website. If you're interested in buying fantastic photos or, stock photos, come to this site, whatever it may be. Finally, and this is in all of your blog posts, you want to have a last line. Now, this is where you're going to have to get a little creative. So what you want is you want this, your key phrase, to be in your very last line. Very important. What you have just done is you've told Google and search engines that this key phrase is very important to your article. So when people search for that, your article is going to come up. Now, when you're done, You're going to want to Google Plus this. You're going to want to Twitter it, Facebook it, Pinterest. You're going to want to do whatever social media you can. And if you can ping it as well, go to pinging sites, go to Dig. Get this out there so people will find it. You know, that's more instant traffic. You know, over time, you know, when people search for this, you know, for example, you know, whatever I found as to how many people search for this every month, you know, now they're going to find it. Now let's go to article marketing. Here's an article I have in eZine. eZine, as I told you in previous videos, very difficult to post on. So you can watch those videos to learn about that. I'm not here to tell you about that process in this particular video. I just want to show you what it looks like and how to format it. Now, this is some of the same concept, except in here I failed to put H1 or H2, H3 tags. Now, the thing is it seems to me that that's okay, because when I did a search for this, for my key phrase, my article came up in the top of the search results. So, you know, I think it is better to have the different headlines. Any other article I have been writing, I've been doing that. But I don't even know. I believe job opportunities might be my key phrase, my keyword. I am not exactly sure. But in any way, whatever I chose here, this is an older article, so I don't remember how I did this one exactly. But you're going to want to do the same thing you did in the blog post and write it the same way. Have your keyword within the article, the body of the article. But this is very important. When you're going to place your keyword in there, you have to do it in a certain way. You could only place it about once every 100 words, no less, or your ad won't go through. So you want to make sure you do that. You also want to make sure that it's 500 or more, no less. They'll say 400, but they'll take stuff out. Like they may decide, you know what, we don't like this. The rest of our article's fine, but we don't want this, so that's out. Now your article's too short. So you want to have that buffer zone of at least having another 100 words or so, just to protect yourself in case they decide that this is out. Now, here is your call to action, which is very different than a blog post. You could see that I don't have an image. I can't put an image in there. I could put, my image shows up here, but not here. So, this is your call to action. This is a self-serving statement. Now, a lot of people find that writing, in the third person actually is better. So like for here, J.R. Burke is an online entrepreneur who earns all of his income working at home by doing various, job opportunities. There's my key phrase right there, online job opportunities. So it's in my call to action. His most lucrative is his affiliate marketing business. If you're looking for pay, click here for a free video. And then you actually could have 2 links. So someone may rather go watch the video, which is actually going to be the same as my website. So it is the same. Another tip is to make sure you have a domain name. Don't have your affiliate link in there. It's just not going to work. And they may not approve it. And also, a lot of times, people like to change their web page or their capture page. So you're going to want this to always be the same. So when people go there, if you change your capture page, you're not going to have to worry about going back to these articles and editing them. So that's how that works. And you could probably promote this, the same way that you would your blog post. Get that out there. You're going to find, because eZine articles, you might have a better chance of actually marketing compared to, like, for example, Empower Network, where some websites are starting to ban them, which I don't understand why. This is not spam. It's an article I wrote about how to make money online, and it's all these tips that I've learned. So I hope that helped you. If you follow those steps and that process, you're going to have a better chance with getting your articles up. Blog posts you can do every day, but the whole point is getting traffic. So thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.